you're so golden.
Hi, I'm Maya, but I go by Horror Jabi, which we all know. I'm a TikToker who makes horror videos and scary videos and theories on my TikTok, and I've been doing it for a while now, but this is going to be my first YouTube video. So basically, what I'm going to be talking about today is a theory that I've already made a 1-minute video about on my TikTok, and it's the theory that Willy Wonka is actually a serial killer and not just a candy man. And this is not my personal theory, but these are things that I've seen in the movie that I would like to point out to further prove the theory, I guess you could say. So this is going to go in more detail about it, but if you want to watch the 1-minute video, I'm going to link it down below so you can check that out and watch the 1-minute video. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So yeah, before I start with anything, I know it's kind of crazy to think that a character that's so significant in the majority of our lives is actually a bad guy and not the good guy we thought he was. Is kind of crazy and disturbing, but watch along and you'll see how real this theory seems to be. I promise you're gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna start all the way in the beginning. We all know that Charlie's grandfather used to work at the factory, which means that Willy Wonka himself knows Charlie, possibly, and Charlie's grandfather. So he knows the conditions they're living in, and maybe he just started out wanting to help them out and it ended up the way it did. Early on, when they start receiving the golden tickets or finding the golden tickets, Mike TV, when it gets to Mike TV, I'm kind of reading off my phone because I have little notes, so don't mind that. Mike TV reveals that there was a tailored system on how the golden tickets were going out, which shows that because he tracked it. Remember, he said he just had to track the system and how the cars were going out to find the perfect golden ticket, which shows that Willy Wonka had a path and a place all golden tickets were going to end up at, so certain kids can get the tickets, which is weird to think about, but I'll insert a clip from the movie.
All you had to do was track the manufacturing dates, offset by weather, and the derivative of the Nikkei index. A retard figured out.
Now I'm gonna start talking about when they're actually in the chocolate factory rather than just how they receive tickets. So every room in the factory seems so perfectly tailored to get rid of one kid. So it includes all their perfect interests and everything that would attract them to go to it, which shows that maybe it was planned that they should all leave so that Charlie could win the big award that we, by the way, never hear about. What's the big award? No one knows. So the big award in this case is Charlie winning the factory because he's poor. So here are the proof. Augustus loves chocolate, so they go into a room where everything's edible, and Augustus is like the stereotypical fat kid who likes to eat everything. So they bring him into a room where everything is edible. So Willy Wonka knows he's bound to be attracted to the chocolate waterfall. So he falls in, gets sucked up, and has to leave. So that's two people down, one kid down. Then we have Violet. Violet previously mentions that she's the world champion in chewing gum. So obviously he had to include a type of gum to get rid of her. So he gives her a gum that blows her up into a balloon. So she has to leave and get pressed or squeezed to squeeze the juices out of her. So that's 4 people down, 2 kids down. And then we have Veruca. Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt goes after everything and anything she sees. She wants everything and anything she ever could lay her eyes on. So a talented squirrel is obviously something Veruca would be so interested in having, and she would go to extents to have it. Even if she's not allowed to, she's still gonna try to get it. So talented squirrels, she goes over, tries to take them, and then her father follows her so he could save her. And yeah, so that's 6 people down, 3 kids down. And then we have Mike TV, who is obviously obsessed with anything that's like TV related. So he gets stuck in a TV, and when he comes out, he's tiny and he has to be stretched. So that's 8 people down, 4 kids gone. Now, here are little details because some people might think that that's just coincidental, even though it seems a little too specific for each kid. So here are little details. For example, after Augustus Gloop falls into the chocolate river, I guess you want to call it, and he gets sucked up and gone, they go on a boat so they can move to the invention room, I think it was. If you clearly look at the boat, there is no place Augustus and his mother could sit, even if they were still there, which could show and proves that Willy Wonka knew they weren't going to be there, so he perfectly tailored the boat to fit all of the kids and their parents except Augustus and his mother, because Willy Wonka knew they weren't going to be on that point of the trip. Now here's the one I'm most interested in. Every person or every kid's death or disappearance has a song after it, a song with dance moves and all that. Yes, I know Willy Wonka says it's all improv in the scene when Augustus Gloop leaves, but what if he's just saying it's improv so that the speculations and that the parents' worry about their kids just goes down? Because obviously, there were hundreds of Oompa Loompas dancing and singing to this. It can't just all be improv. Like, I know the whole movie's weird and seems like it's on drugs, but Oompa Loompas, they're people after all, they're people. And there were hundreds of them. How can they all sing the same lyric and dance the same dance move according to improv? One of them has to mess up at some point. So Willy Wonka says that it's improv so that the speculations and the worry and all that can fade down so he can continue with his plan. Now, some people might think this is a reach, but all of these little details in the movie point out how evil but also good Willy Wonka is. Like, I personally believe that he just wants to help Charlie and help his family because he knows the grandfather, he feels bad. Willy Wonka's a good person. I'm not saying he's a bad person. And I believe that he started all this to help Charlie, but the way he got rid of all the kids was kind of harsh and mean and dangerous. And maybe he shouldn't have taken that road, but he did, and Charlie won at the end, and no one died. I think, yeah, no one died. I don't think anyone was seriously harmed. They were all just like stretched out, you know, have garbage on them. That's not that bad, is it? Stained skin. No one actually died. No one was harmed. No one was killed. So I feel like his intentions were really good. He just took the wrong road towards his intentions. Does this theory make sense to you guys the same way it makes sense to me? Because listen, Willy Wonka seems off a lot of the times, and you can see that he makes no effort whatsoever to stop the kids from getting into trouble. He stands there and he simply goes, no, don't do that. Like, he's not trying to make them stop, he's just making it seem like he doesn't want them to do what they're doing, but it was perfectly tailored, so he expected what was going to happen and he planned what was going to happen. This was my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I love this theory and I plan on making more extended looks into a theory and its details, and I really like these types of videos. So if you guys enjoyed this, you should subscribe and like the video and comment down below if you believe this theory and another theory you want me to look into and speak on, because I'd gladly do so. Thank you so much for watching. You should follow my Instagram. It's at hhmaya__, and my TikTok, which is horrorjabi. They're both going to be linked down below. And yeah, thank you for watching.